So Love Island, guys. Love
Oh,
Island.
you have the mic.
Yeah, I have the mic.
Wow.
She has a mic today.
Because the mic here, the thing is gone. So I just said,
Okay.
and I need to sit beside the fan.
How are we anyway?
Good. Busy week. Sure, we were both at Lecrae. So that was fun.
Lecrae.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good.
Was it like weird being at a gospel concert? Like, what were people wearing?
Somebody was wearing crop top.
Really?
No, they were just wearing as if it was just a normal concert.
Concert.
Yeah.
I saw some white people there as well.
Yeah, there was a good mix actually.
Really?
Yeah.
There was a very good mix actually. I would say it was actually 50-50.
Yeah,
in terms of
like
where was he performing?
Bottom Factory.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Button Factory, where's that? I've heard of it
before, actually.
In Temple Bar.
It's my first time there, so
it was my first time.
I went to see Amine there. It's a really small
Who?
venue, but Amine? He sings Caroline. She sings, huh?
I said sorry to that man.
How was it though? How was it when you went to see him?
Oh, it was good. He was like singing, and I was like, he's only singing to me. I was like, yeah, Caroline. That's not, and I was just, it was really good. It was actually one of my favorite concerts ever.
Yeah.
I think I've only been to 3 concerts in my life. 2 Wizkids, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
How can 2 of the 3 concerts you've been
2
to?
Wizkids
You're
and then
super
1
fan.
Different countries now.
William McDowell, different countries. I saw Wizkid the first time he ever came to Ireland in 2012.
Was this
City West?
No.
City West Hotel.
City West Hotel, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
tripped
Back
over
in the
different
day,
Wizkid.
I can remember what he was wearing. He was
I
wearing
can't remember.
a very like mesh kind of shirt
really?
that was kind of like a cheetah print,
And was
and
this
then it was
skinny?
open, and that's the concert that this guy performed as well.
Is
you
he
know the
Nigerian?
song.
I can't remember.
Do something. Anyways, I'll remember. Brimo.
Oh, I love Brimo.
And he
What
played
happened to
one of
him?
his very, 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 very famous
can't
songs.
remember.
I think
Good
it's
morning.
almost
Oh, okay, baby, me how you
I think it's Brimo.
I used to be obsessed with that
Oh,
song.
the one we played
in Victoria.
Hey,
That's our song.
Let's shake.
Tell me how you do.
Hey.
Oh, I say me, yeah.
Hey, this one is for you.
Oh, yeah, say me, yeah. Hey, me, yeah. Tire, my love, yeah.
And I'm not even Yoruba.
We actually sang the whole song.
Literally.
No, but I remember because it was just when Wizkid was just starting up, when he had this superstar, and I think this is when Afrobeats was like really coming up. And it was a Sunday, so it was after church. I couldn't remember. I remember I couldn't wait to go, and I remember I just didn't eat. It's either I deliberately didn't eat, or I just forgot to eat. So obviously I got there, and I was on cloud 9. I was literally like, and what these useless girls that I went with, I was like, guys, I'm actually gonna. I was actually on the brink of fainting. I was like, I'm actually going to faint. And I was like, guys, I think I was tapping Fien or whatever the other 2 girls I went to. I was like, guys, I'm gonna faint. And they were just like they didn't even pay whatever. So I had to get somebody else to follow me, like another random girl or something, to follow me to the toilet, because I was like, I'm actually going to faint.
Oh my God.
Like, it was really bad. I can't.
Very bad. Because I remember
Fien was just there. I was like, I'm actually gonna.
She was starstruck.
You know, I could have been. You know when people die, stampede, whatever. That literally could have been me. No, for real. I was actually going to faint.
Because people went for Wizkid. It was crazy.
No,
it was actually crazy. That day,
it wasn't to think about it. It wasn't that much people because it was just starting off. But like it was like the stage, was like packed, and we were at the front.
Keep pushing to the front.
Yeah, like they were pushing. So I was like, nah.
I went to Harry Styles.
Oh yeah,
she went to Harry Styles.
This one says I stay in my house.
You know what I mean?
Lecrae,
Harry Styles.
I just find myself in these places. Yeah. Anyways, Harry
Who
Styles.
did you go with?
Some girls from work. So if somebody from work was like, oh, they work in the Aviva and they just got us in that night. Actually, I got told it was on a Wednesday he performed, and I got a text at 4:00 and the concert was at 6. I didn't believe it, so I was texting Posey and another friend. I was like, these girls they're pulling my leg, because it was just before it was the week I was leaving my job, and I thought they were just trying to get me into the office for them to kind of like surprise me. So I didn't believe them. She's like, no, it's actually like, meet us in town. We're going to the concert. And we went, and it was actually really good.
Really?
Like after,
It's so funny because when I was driving, I was listening to the radio, and I never really listened to the radio. But it was on anyways. But then, even on the radio, they were saying that there was such a good buzz. Until this day, people are still talking about how good the concert was.
It was so good. I'll show you the
videos.
videos.
Really, really good
It
performer.
looked
He's such a good performer. I actually didn't. I've never been one for One Direction or him.
It's only when they were talking about him on the radio and they were playing some of his songs. Like his songs are really, really
Listen
good.
to him live as well. Some of the songs that he played that he was just him. I was just like, I actually was like, oh God.
I didn't even know he was when I made that. You know, I didn't know
I love that song. Yeah,
and then hearing him live, and you know what? I think now I'm so happy that they did break away like One Direction and stuff, because for him in particularly, he definitely found his sound.
Yeah.
Like he has a particular style
Yeah.
and sound and everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The music he does is like, and when you actually listen to it, it's like, this is actually kind of like
suits him.
road trip kind of songs. Like it's really nice.
Did you see that interview Liam Payne did recently where he was like the head of
he's too full of himself.
One Direction and
yeah, he was talking trash in that interview. Like he was even because I'm a big fan of KSI, right? And he was just talking trash. He was like, yeah, I could beat, because KSI does boxing. He's like, yeah, I can beat KSI. I was like, you this white boy. Sorry. I don't know if it's like that, but you this Caucasian man.
You this Caucasian.
You this Caucasian man. I was just like, he was talking a lot of smack in that interview, like as if no one can touch him. Like I was like, you go back to Cheryl Cole.
Go back to your baby.
Go back to your baby mama.
And your grandma was like
talking rubbish. Oh
yeah.
Gosh.
Oh no.
I think he honestly thinks he's like the best, like out of all of them. Like he's like, yeah, he's the one.
Actually, he's not that great, because sure isn't he doing ads for a Revolut now? Or
God. Do you know what is even bad as well? I saw Katy Perry did an ad for Just Eat. I said
no, because they actually pay. I looked at the deal. I think she's getting about 4 million.
If that was it, I'd be eating just
that's
but it's so,
and everyone. But so many big artists are doing ads for Just Eat. So many big artists.
I knew Snoop Dogg as
no.
well.
It's a good career move, because you're getting paid 4 million to do like 2 or 3 adverts.
But does not reduce your
your
stand.
No, I don't think so.
Because now she's.
No, I don't.
So has it reduced Snoop Dogg's?
No,
exactly.
But Liam Payne do Revolution a bit like
yeah, Revolution was stuff for cash.
Strap for cash.
I don't even know what happened to the other one. Is it Louis? Is it Louis? The one in the
Niall. No, Niall is
Louis.
Louis from Ireland.
No, Niall is from Ireland.
Louis
is Louis not the blonde one?
No,
that's Niall.
That has the hair that goes
like this. Oh, okay. Oh, I used to always. Oh, Niall is from Ireland.
They all tried to go solo. Liam did okay. Niall had a few
the
bangers.
best success is Harry.
Harry has to be.
And Harry's actually good looking.
Who else
like
was it?
Harry.
Zayn did really
Harry
well.
and Zayn.
Yeah.
And also now
he
for a
started
while.
off strong, but now what is he doing? He's still doing
Like
music.
he's a dad.
I think he's just laid off a bit.
He's there with his
I think them
girlfriend.
three.
They broke up.
Because I think Niall did a few like hit songs as well. Like
That's
he was
true.
Yeah.
Niall was actually on the way.
I suppose.
Yeah, back to Mullingar you go.
Back to Mullingar.
Driving the tractors. You know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, who watched Love Island this week?
Talking
You
about
know what? I actually did not watch.
I didn't watch the first
yesterday night.
For the first.
But I watched.
Do you know what? Nothing major happened yesterday night.
Oh right. Okay. I watched Thursday. Yeah, I watched recoupling. Oh my god.
That was the most dramatic recoupling of Love Island.
If anybody's like kind of wondering where we are, what we're talking about, obviously Love Island, but after the Casa Amor recoupling, isn't it?
Yeah, the Casa Amor. I didn't watch Monday, like the first 3 episodes of this week. I just watched the actual, like when they were going to recouple for Casa Amor, because I needed to see like who
I actually missed that day.
I
watched it the next day.
Yeah, I think they were saying that this year has been the messiest.
Yeah, it was just messy. I thought it was so messy.
Guys,
because last year's I think recoupling was actually really I felt really invested, whereas this year I was just like here we go again. This one's coming to that one.
Solid to me.
They're all not solid. They're all not solid.
All of them are not solid.
One of the recouplings, remember like when Molly and Tommy were like recoupled and everyone
that was nice.
There was some recouplings where like you knew who was going to, but this recoupling I just feel everybody was like just.
But you know what? It was so shocking because I didn't think it was going to be like that.
Yeah.
Before they went to Casa Amor, because I actually thought that they were some of them were quite strong. I don't know.
This Casa Amor is the most. I couldn't even predict this.
It was literally out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
I said, what is going on?
What is this with this rubbish test? I need to kiss a girl to be in a test. What is that about? I don't get it.
That's the mindset of people these days.
Self-proclaimed test. you're putting yourself in the line of fire and you're saying that that's a test. A test is meant to come to you, not you go to the test.
My issue is that how many tests are you gonna have? Because okay, you're staying in the villa, whatever, that's your test. But what about when you go out in the world where there's even more? There's more temptations, more beautiful women. So I don't understand.
You have to kiss everybody
to know that. No, she's not for me.
I don't understand.
No, but then again, even the way they're doing the test, it's like they're going to the test. In real life, if you're going to be tested, is the girl at work or is the guy at work or the guy you meet in town?
That's a test.
It's how it's interactions that you have with people, like on it, like it just happens. But this one, they're going, I feel like I want to get to know you. That's that you're going to the test.
Do you know what kills me?
I want to kiss you. You want to kiss me?
Do you know what kills me? Do you guys see last night's episode?
Feelings there at all. What did you say? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Last night's episode. It's not going to spoil anything for you, but basically Coco was like really, really upset at Andrew because Andrew's basically crawling back to Tasha.
I mean, she has a valid point.
She does have a valid point, but when she was like, he didn't need to suck my tits to prove it was a test, to pass the test, and I was like,
yeah, but girl, she was like,
guys, can I just tell you something? Coco was moving mad on Love Island. No, honestly, because I feel like she came in with so much vim, and she was like, this, that, and the other. She's moving like, when the girls come back, I'm just gonna, just do whatever. The minute the girls came back, first of all, she's acting one way with the people that she came in with from her Casa Amor group, and then the minute she sees the old group of people, she's all,
I know, like when she went to Josh, like, oh my gosh, I don't want to hurt either.
And then she started crying.
I was just like, but you were talking all this smack with Andrew.
You never see the mistress start crying.
And like, oh yeah, like if you genuinely think the girl is fake, like say it to her face, like what you said. When they were talking on the nonsense.
True.
And I feel like Tasha should have said something to them like, girls, I don't know, maybe she did and they didn't air
That's
it.
what she said. That's when she said, oh, these Casa Amor girls.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Tasha went up, I was like, Tasha, is that you?
That was sassy bad B Tasha.
That's not a bad B, I'm sorry. Bad B. No, she chickened her way out of it. No. Bad B is like, you go confront them guys, what have you been saying about me? That's a bad B. I'm sorry. When she did that, I was like, that's a cop out. She just
I feel like
I think it's just because we've never seen that side of her. Do you know what I mean? And she was actually like she was raging. So I was like, oh, okay.
I feel like if that was again maturity levels as well. I feel like if that was Kaz and this, if I'm just using Kaz as an example. But if she was in that situation, I'm sure she would have probably went up and why you like Pussy said.
Do you know who I would have loved to see in that situation? What? Anna from You One Day's Year.
Oh yeah,
she would have.
Said
it how it is.
Those girls.
Or Amber.
Do you see how like they're decreasing in maturity and
and they're all
it's not
they want more tamed
some
people.
Women are not. Some of the women there are just
they're all two-faced. Because even when during the recoupling, remember Ekisi was whispering to Gemma, she was like, I don't like them at all. Next, when
she's proper best,
she's like, she'll do
thanks girls
with the two, and I was just like, you just said you don't like them. I don't understand. They're all not genuine. They're all not genuine. I don't understand.
Amber was the most genuine person on Love Island history. Like that girl, she says it as it is, and I feel like if she was there, remember Amber with the curly hair?
Yeah.
Last year,
she won. I was looking at you.
She got the one that has left 2 weeks. No,
that Amber. Yeah, she was. Her. I think in terms of just like how it is Amber and Yewande, and Moira as well. Them three.
Well, there was. I feel like all of them are kind of really, I think, more true to themselves. This year,
I feel like everyone's just like keep putting up appearances.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like this year, if anything, I feel like a lot of people I can feel are playing a game.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I think Luca is playing the biggest game. He's in it to win it. He's got tunnel vision,
and out of like.
Which you kind of should. Which you kind of should.
Well, he's doing it with the wrong person because Gemma isn't as into him as
he's doing it with the wrong person, but I think he's doing it because he
wants to meet Gemma Owen, Michael Owen. He wants that father-in-law by
he wants to meet the father.
Like I feel like he wants the sponsorship. Like
I don't know how he can be so invested in someone for so like, and you've only known the person. You're like, oh, I'm in love.
But think about it though. Imagine you've come from a working class background where you sell fish, you live a normal life.
They have money. Look on his Instagram.
He has money.
Look at their family business. They have different fish.
Really? So he's not just one of those
ones.
Okay,
but fishmongers compared to footballers' daughter.
Sorry.
I feel like even at that, like his parents have made a living, like come from something, whereas Gemma was born into um
But Gemma doesn't give me that vibe that she's entitled.
Exactly.
She's
She's
like
new
her.
money,
She's very,
new
very
money
mature.
versus. I feel like people who are born into money don't give that type of vibe. Whereas I feel like Luca is the type of person who feels like he has something to prove. Whereas Gemma is just like, this is who I am.
True.
So I feel like maybe he's like enthralled by that like persona that she has as someone who's like already born into luxury and maybe wants to be like her.
Yeah.
And I think that's what maybe attracts him to her. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that, like
yeah. But
something
I'm very
like she's
surprised
something
by
that
her,
he can
though.
never be, and I feel like he's just so obsessed with wanting to be like
Yeah.
her and like put himself to the same level as she is.
Yeah.
And he just like has sunk his claws into her.
That obsession is too much.
Yeah.
No,
though.
he's
the
very
most.
very into her.
And I feel like slightly from yesterday night's episode, it looks like she's probably like
Backing away a little bit.
like, you know, you're just trying
She
to
even
adjust.
said it. She was like,
he's
"The way
becoming
you're going
too
on, like you're
much.
pushing me away, like you're gonna push me away." I think she's looking
She
for a way
liked
out.
it. She
Girl,
liked it.
she
but-
couldn't even talk to anyone without Luca proper staring at her. Like,
Yes,
honestly,
yeah.
I feel like to a certain point, like, yeah, okay, you like her, but I feel like she didn't really have that Love Island experience because since she got with
She's
Luca,
not having her
she
Love
was just
Island
like,
experience at all
Luca's
because
like, okay,
of
you're mine,
him.
that's it. Like, you
Yeah.
can't do anything else.
My
He's
first
not
love.
allowing her to do, and I feel like in her head. Because remember when Jay and is it Remy came in, and then she was saying to the girls like, "Oh, I bet you Luca has like told them to back off me or whatever," because she's not getting attention. Do you know what I mean, from any of the guys because of him?
Yeah.
Like she feels like she can't do anything, and that's just you're robbing her of her experience. I don't understand.
Yeah.
She even said it. She was like, "If he asks me to be his girlfriend on the show, I'm gonna say no."
Yeah, she doesn't want.
She doesn't want to.
So, do you know what would be? Would you guys be shocked if she was like, may I say this week, next week? Like, yeah. I actually feel like I want to support her because I feel like he's suffocating her.
He
a
is
little bit.
suffocating her, and she deserves.
But I feel like
better.
he's that person that he'll be so gutted he'll leave the show.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
won't
we
stay.
don't care.
Yeah, he probably would. To be honest,
And
he'd be
I feel like
heartbroken.
part of her wants
But someone like
to
I feel like the type of girl she is, she needs freedom. She needs like to be able. She's such a.
19.
She's 19. Like she needs freedom. Not
My
in
girl
the.
was literally 18 a few months ago. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. But I don't think she's the type of girl that would be going like the way Tasha is going on. I feel
Yeah.
like she
She's
also
so
knows that
self-assured.
when she likes somebody, she'll put her all into it.
Yeah.
But she also needs to feel like she has that choice.
But Luca is very insecure, and she's very secure in herself, and I think that intimidates him.
Yeah.
Don't you find that secure
So
women?
funny the way she's like, Luca's very insecure. I'm like, oh.
yeah, him and his random tattoos.
He,
I was staring at it, and he had like some sort of equation on his left shoulder.
1 + 1 = 5.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't even understand.
Do you know it would
Yeah.
make sense if there was like actual like molding underneath, i.e. muscle. Like if something was actually, like her.
I cannot.
No, I'm sure all of you.
no,
if
it
you
would
had
make
a few
sense if
pecs
you had
and
muscle.
those
I feel like the tattoos would
Trojan,
make sense if you had
wings
a bit
or
of
whatever he has
muscle.
here on an actual collarbone, that would look nice. Not his.
What do you guys think of the double standards on the show? Like
It's mad this year.
this
They're
year,
all
like
crazy.
the guys have been moving mad. And the one thing that
with the
stuck out
girls.
to me the most was like how like Andrew moved mad in Casa, and then Dami and Jax. Like,
Jax
but
is like-
double standard wise, like Dami kissing Summer, having a 3-way kiss, all that, and then India comes and coupled up, and he's like, wow.
He's like heartbreaker.
shocked.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yeah.
his
no,
face
that
was so funny. That was
Looked like
so.
he was shaking.
So he expected her to come back single while he was having a great time coupling up and
He was
kissing.
like, "Oh, I'm doing it for the test or whatever they want to call it." But sure, if the girls did that, they'd
It would be
raging.
murder.
So it's just like,
There's a lot
I
of
don't
double
understand.
standards.
I think
There is
there's a
lot of
double standard with everyone, bar Luca and Gemma. Everyone, all of them are not set in the relationship and they're not loyal because the funny thing is that okay, people are saying, oh, India, like they're kind of taking India's sides, but in my head, you still brought someone regardless because do you know what I mean? If she said, I think in her mind she said that she's gonna bring Deji into the casa or whatever the house, because she wants to kind of see which one is she liking the most. But still, because could you imagine if Dami didn't couple up with someone? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So how would you how like in her mind does she not think that would have upset Dami if he didn't couple up with someone? So it's still in a way playing. She didn't disrespect, but it's still playing. Like you're still.
But that is the game. You're meant to get to know other people. But I feel like that's Casa more. Like if she brought someone back and then okay, they get to have a chat. She could have said to Dami, look, we didn't kiss, we didn't cuddle, you can ask anybody. It's just that I feel like we have a connection.
But even when she was standing there with Deji, she was giving him they were both giving each other
But
attention.
that's because Dami went, you know, I can't remember what he said.
Dami was sniggering and laughing.
Yeah,
the minute
I feel like that
walking
triggered her.
Yeah.
But also what you said is right though, because I do feel like if there is a genuine connection there, you have to explore. No, but you have to explore it as well. Like, you know, you can't just be like, oh, I think I like this person, but because I'm with the other person,
I'm gonna
let
leave
me just And then the other way around as well is, I don't know what's his name again. Is it Jack? No, not Jack, the tall guy with the dark hair who's with China, I think her name is?
James.
So he was with China, but then apparently I heard like
he's gone off.
Literally a few hours, he's like, yeah, I'm not in it.
What's the point then bringing a girl in to the house and then not exploring it if you like? I just don't know.
No, he did that.
Somebody said when me and my colleagues were talking about this, and they were saying that does it not everything looks a bit too now for this season, especially staged.
Oh, so 1,000%.
So what happened is that because of last year and everything that happened with last year, because they've done a lot of things. They've removed movie night.
So the postcard isn't there. I was actually really surprised.
There's a lot of things now happening. So what happened is that I think the girls were tipped off that maybe you shouldn't be so loyal this time to your guys. Hence why I believe India actually brought in Deji. I don't think she had any intention of bringing in Deji, to be honest. I think the producers, because in a way they can say not that, oh, we think you should bring this person in, but because they used, in a way, the producers used I was going to call her Danica, to talk to Tasha and to talk to India, especially, not to be so closed off, but bring somebody because of the way the boys were already moving. So I feel like because everything is so staged. For example, did you guys see that little TikTok or whatever of how they've Dami and a few guys
in two places
at once? Did you not see that video? No. So Dami was with after recoupling, when he was wearing like this kind of artistic kind of shirt, he was at the fire pit, and then in the same TV screen that we're all seeing,
Dami's
I was like, yo,
no, I did not see it.
So,
it's
like,
very people.
Maybe it was Deji.
No,
it was before
Casa Moore.
And he was wearing the same white. So he was in the fire pit with the guys, and he was in the kitchen.
People get edited on Love Island is actually so scary.
And we have to remember that again, all of this is a narrative that it's
produced.
It's produced. Like,
do you know what? I have to say, with last year, what I'm glad that didn't happen this year was the postcard and the movie. I really think the movie night is so messed up for people's mental health. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's why they removed it.
Yeah, because when they showed the movie night last year, I was like, this is so wrong.
And that's why I believe.
Was that the movie night when they show what happened?
They show like people kissing and like what happened.
Sure. If they did the movie night with this season, the way they were carrying on,
especially with Ekinsu, because Ekinsu hasn't told Davide what she did in the bed with that guy.
What did she do?
I think she was like doing fumbling with the guy.
Yeah, well, that's their own.
Whoa, if that comes out.
No, it's not that. She said, I didn't do
pulled
anything.
Him out and said, I don't say this.
Because obviously Davide, whatever.
The girl's allowed to have a secret. They didn't.
Yeah, no, but the guy is in the villa with him, isn't he? The guy
I think it's because she kept saying, "Oh, I'm trying to prove to you how much I like you," blah blah blah.
Exactly.
And then he kissed somebody, and then she started acting all.
No,
whatever.
I think that people are taking that too far, because at the end of the day, we saw fumbling. We don't know what they did. They could have been turning over, or they could have been holding hands.
She said it. She went when she woke like the next day.
She said, "Don't tell anyone what we did," but we don't know what they did. She never said anything.
It's obviously going to be something. If it's going to say, don't tell people what we did.
Yeah, but she could be overthinking it, because she might think, oh, they've probably aired that on TV, like us, like talking, or maybe they gave it. Like, we don't know.
I mean,
unless like we saw Tasha kiss Billy, we saw India and Thing talking. We saw the things that were done. We saw Davide and Molly kissing. We saw Davide and the other girl Cheyenne kissing. But we never saw what Ekinsu and Ronn did. So it's not fair for us to like speculate and be like, oh, she did. Yeah, because true. Like you don't know. It could just be
benefit the doubt. Yeah, that's true, because we didn't see it though.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But it's the fact that on TV it's going to be portrayed as they showed us them doing something under the sheets, and then they showed us her telling him not to say.
But that's the thing. It's a produced show, and that's what they want you to talk about. Yeah. So I wouldn't even take that like to. I don't think that it's anything serious because they just want Ekin-Su to be in that narrative because she's such a big part of the show. And because she didn't do anything in Casa Amor, I feel like they wanted to kind of put her in there that, oh, she did something. But I actually don't think like it was anything serious. Otherwise, they would have shown it.
Yeah. But then now going to Jax and Paige, do you think
Paige is gonna get back with him.
Yeah, we know that.
We're all gonna get
We
back
already
with
know
him.
that. But do you
We're
think
all
that
gonna
that's
get
do you
back with
do you,
Just the
do
way
you, do you
he's
think that
carrying on,
she's
I'm just
justified to feel the way she is and like
Absolutely.
consider
She
that
should
as
never
cheating?
speak to him again. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like you said, she will go back to him, but I don't think she should because
Sure. Really?
Do you
But I
think Tasha
think
should go back to
Liam.
Andrew?
No, they should just stay separated.
No,
to
they
be honest.
should.
Tasha
Yeah.
and Andrew,
No.
they deserve
They're not-
each other.
yeah.
Well,
let's
only
be
joking.
real.
No, but I do.
No, I don't
The only
think
reason
they
why I
will.
say that is because I feel like they genuinely do have feelings for each other, and you
They
can see it.
do.
It's messy. I get
It's
it,
very messy.
but they have genuine feelings for each other. So I'm
But
just like,
for Andrew to do that sweet boy,
He
and he was
was-
even
he
trying
was
to
hurt.
he was even trying to be that
Because
gangster.
how
Like
can
he
you-
was
How can you forget?
some titties. Like
Do you know what? I might be playing the devil's advocate here, but I actually get where Andrew is coming from, and I also
no, I get
and I
where
get
he's
where
coming
Tasha is
from.
coming from. Like,
oh no, absolutely.
I feel like Tasha has been so unsure about
been very
Andrew,
unsure.
has been unsure, but now that he's like turned around and done what she's been doing, I feel like she's like, oh my god, whoa, I actually have much stronger feelings.
Let's
than
look
I
at the
realized.
episodes because when the guys were getting on to her about, oh, like, we don't think you're genuine with Andrew. I remember it was a few days after, and she was like, do you know what? My head is with you. Like, no one is gonna whatever. Like, it's only you, me, and you. Then Casa comes, she kisses Billy. She's come back with another guy. So for me, I have an issue with that. Like, you can't. I don't think people would have a problem if you would just if you don't say something like that
That's
and
the
say
thing.
that.
It's because
That's
she
the
spoke to
issue.
him and
Because she
reassured
said-
him,
Yeah,
and then
it's
he
a
hung
reassurance.
on
She
to
shouldn't
it.
have done that.
And the fact is, like, he obviously likes her a lot more than she
She
likes
likes
him.
him, yeah.
So
Yeah.
everything that she was saying to him, he was like, okay, yeah, I believe you, unless you prove me otherwise.
Yeah.
And she did.
But
and
you
she
see,
was so hurt.
you see, again, for me personally, I don't know what it is, but I genuinely feel like they were told to couple up. Her and India were told to couple up because she doesn't have a valid when they were on this the little round thing, and she was telling Andrew after the recoupling the reason why she chose Billy, and she said that, oh, I just feel like even the girls say that I'm myself, or I'm more myself. That's such a cop out. It's not based, because they only had like 2 conversations, her and Billy, and it wasn't anything magical. Like, I couldn't actually see the spark. So
I
I
don't
feel
see
like,
any
But then
spark.
again, you don't.
I
know
don't
what
see
happened,
any spark
like,
between.
behind the scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Like,
but
those were only two
but guys,
conversations.
there's literally no spark
I
between
did,
her
I
and Billy
couldn't see the
at all.
chemistry. Whereas with
There's
Andrew,
more with
I
Gemma
definitely
and Billy.
True. But like, do you know what I feel? I've been in, I haven't been in Tasha's shoes, but I definitely feel like I've been in situations where a guy likes me more than I like him, and you just feel bad. And especially because, like, you know that you're on national TV, you would feel really bad to be like, do you know, I actually don't like you as much. Or maybe you wanted to go slower than that.
Okay.
Because Andrew is moving really fast, and I feel like if I was in her shoes and someone was love bombing me and I wanted to take it a little bit slower.
Yeah, but then she should know
Because
herself
she
and
said
calm
that.
down.
She did say we're moving too fast and I want to slow it down. But then it's like she's going back and forth.
Yeah.
Because remember, I think it was the first or second week, she's like, I feel like we're going too fast and we just slow down. Andrew's like, yeah, like we'll slow it down or whatever. Take
But
it
do you think
easy.
he slowed down?
And then
He never
no,
slowed
okay,
down.
he did. But then she still went back and was like, oh yeah, Andrew this, like Andrew's the one. Like you don't do, if you say slow it down and be like, look, I don't, because she remember she said I'm a bad bee, so you can't be a bad bee.
But that's,
do you know what I mean?
that's not her character. I
Her
think
and her
she's no
persona.
spine bone. She's no
She has
courage.
She has no
I
courage.
feel
at
like
all.
someone like you would be able to be like, look, this is it, and stick to your word. Whereas like she's constantly with him, sharing the same bed with him, and her saying, I want to slow it down, but then getting back into the same bed every night and him wanting to cuddle her. It's hard to like really pull back and stick to your word when someone is literally around you 24/7. So I see where
when
like
I think it was even no, that girl is messed up. Even when I see like when
she's
she
only
was
23, she's so young, and this is how we would act in the real world. Like I see
No,
where she's
actually, no. In the
coming from.
real
Like,
world,
she-
you would have chance to. Oh,
keep
I'm working.
distance.
Oh, I'm doing this. You
Yeah,
can create that
have to
slow
remember
down.
that
You
you're
can.
literally in each other's space
Space
24/7. Like every single couple that came out of Love Island, they said like they actually feel like they've been with the person for about 3 months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're like it's just so intense and things go.
They don't have
like,
TV.
the
They all they
pace
can
very
do is
quick.
talk.
I believe
Talk.
no. For me that's no excuse because this is international. No, we've been watching Love Island for about 7 years now. Like you know the game. You know even when she's in the bottom
You
three,
know the game.
she even knows what she's done is wrong because of why she's in the bottom three. You know what you're doing.
And
For
you
me
cry
it's
every
about
time.
respect. It's about respect because even when I think the first 2 weeks when I think it was Paige or something and she was like, oh like oh, I don't want to lose him and she was like, oh I think I have to like so for her it's just very wishy-washy. Like she doesn't know what she's doing. Like you can't just string somebody along. I think for me I just think she's taking advantage of him because she knows he likes her more and she can do whatever she wants and he's gonna be there.
But then after hearing that he sucked titties, so I think it's all locked off now.
Yeah.
Well, I know why he did it, so that's why I don't know.
Yeah.
Why
And
is
again, you don't really know what the Casa Amor girls told him because it's just like, oh, he
those
told me that
Casa
they're being
Amor
fake
girls?
and
They
blah, blah,
actually
blah.
came in
but they
just to
obviously
cause
said a lot
trouble.
more for him to
Yeah.
be like, you know what, I'm done with Tasha.
Yeah, because
It's
what did they
crazy.
see that we didn't? We saw the exact same thing. What did she really say?
But doesn't mean you should. I feel like the girls, but I feel like they really wanted a place in the. So some of them,
They must have
some of
played
them,
it though.
some of them played up to the people that they liked and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they pulled one of the girl last year who said something about Molly and Liam. They pulled one of that, so they were asked, "Oh, so do you want to tell us who you had a connection with?" And they're like, "Yeah, we did this and we did that," just to like out the guy out in front of the girl that they're with.
Rightly so. Rightly so.
But anyways, my vote is for Ekinsu and Davide at this point.
Same.
Yeah.
Them for the win.
Even as toxic as they are,
Yeah,
Davide
they're
and
the only one that
Ekinsu.
gave me that
I like
gushy.
them. I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ekinsu is so funny. She's
Yeah, no,
actually
she's-
so
Ekinsu is a character in
funny.
itself.
She's such
Honestly.
a character. She's such an actress. She's an
So,
actress.
in terms of like, this actually makes me want to ask the question like about cheating. What do you think constitutes as cheating? Because obviously, what Jack did, I know him and Paige weren't in like a committed relationship, but even the way he went about it, like I would really consider that cheating. Like that's not a test. If you are in a relationship with someone, even like sharing a bed, and I know they have to like explore connections, but in terms of okay, forget about Love Island, but in terms of cheating, how far do you have to go for it to be considered cheating? Is like texting someone, flirty messages, would you consider that cheating? Or even just like emotionally, I don't know, being invested in someone, like how far?
I feel like it's the intention behind it because even
Yeah.
going back with Jack now, I feel like you see, even when they spoke afterwards, he was like, "You have to remember that we're both single here." The way he said it, I was like, "Excuse you, you're actually in a couple with the girl." And he started bawling, crying like that. That hurt.
Yeah.
Even me when I watched it, I was like, "That's so
That's
rude."
yeah.
Do you know? And I feel like he was like, "Oh my god, I wish I didn't say it like that." But that's what he meant. That's exactly. He was like, "We're both single. I'm doing whatever I want." Basically, that's what he was saying. So like he was going with the intention. I'm getting to know the girl because practically I'm single. So if I like you, I like you. If not, then maybe I might go back. You know, I just felt like Gemma said, or Paige, you know, he wants to have his cake and eat it too, and you just can't do that. So I feel like his intentions were all over the place. He was like, I'm gonna get to know you, and if I like you, I'm gonna run with it. If it doesn't work, I'm running back to Paige. No.
I think intention behind actions is very important, especially if you're in a relationship, because you can talk to people, and like you can talk to either like the opposite sex if you're in a relationship, but your intention with your conversation is really what defines cheating, because you can talk to somebody and then you're emotionally like, because let's say for example, because of let's say you're constantly having, let's say, fights or whatever with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, and you have a friend, and then you then start using them as your cushion. So every time you're having a bad day, it's them you talk to. Every time you're feeling like this, is them you talk to. I feel like with both sides, as soon as you're hooked into somebody emotionally, it's only a matter of time where your mind then starts switching and you can actually see that person like, oh, he's kind of cute. Or you know,
I can confide in her.
not only no, because emotionally you're already there. So then you just start to look at this friend or this person or this colleague. Oh, you know, when he smiles, there's a dimple.
Yeah.
And with that's how with us girls. But then with a man as well, when they're hooked emotionally, I believe, oh, she actually has a nice body, you know. That's a thought that will come to your head. And then you have these thoughts. And then it goes from that to the devil making some kind of like scenario where her bum has like slide by you. You know, you know what I mean? Like, let's say not her
You
bum,
notice
but
things
like
that you wouldn't have previously.
and
in a
then all of a
platonic
sudden
relationship.
there's a scenario where something could go down. That's I feel like that's how those are the steps as into
Yeah,
cheating
true.
takes place.
That's true. I really do think
That's
the
how I think.
intentions, because like in a platonic relationship, you never even think of the possibility of
You don't.
But then like you start to think about that person in a more romantic sense, and because you're thinking about it more, there's more opportunity. You start realizing, oh, this
there's
could be an opportunity here too.
Opportunity,
and you
yeah.
have the exact same conversations, but it'll just be
You
like,
start reading
you start
into
reading
it.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you say, oh, okay. It's like, no, honey, he said that last week. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, like you said, intentions, like
Yeah, I think
conversations with
anybody can
intentions.
fall into that. It's just about the boundaries that you set. Like
Yeah, that's why setting
the
boundaries
boundaries,
is so important.
like if that thought comes up, you just have to how I say you have to cast down that thought. Like if something comes up, like something, because even I can be at work, I'm like, ah, this guy's fine, but I'm like, no, pussy, just focus on the work. That's what you have to do.
Yeah,
Because
that happens
it
as well.
happens to anyone.
Yeah.
Like we all have eyes. We can appreciate good-looking people or people
Yeah.
that we find
But it's just not
attractive or whatever.
entertaining that thought.
It's not entertaining it and just like cutting all like contacts, whatever. I feel like if you're in a relationship and you're having a conversation with somebody and if you don't feel comfortable for your partner to see that, or when you talk to that person, for let's say for example I'm talking to the person, and if you know you're not comfortable for your partner to be there, that's considered cheating. Like if you're not comfortable, because why shouldn't you feel comfortable to say the things,
Yeah.
you know, the text, to see the text?
I don't
and
know if
it's
I would
something you're
consider it
hiding,
cheating, but I would definitely consider it like something is going
being
wrong.
sneaky. Yeah, something is going wrong. But that's if you don't feel comfortable to do just have those type of conversations in front of your partner, then that's where it leads to. That's how I see it.
Do you think it goes the same way for women? Do you think that guys would? I suppose we'd need a guy's opinion, but like, do you think that the same thing would go for guys, where they would be like, yeah, if she's talking to someone, or I feel like guys have like I feel like with us women, we're a bit more forgiving, we're a bit more understanding. Whereas I feel like with guys, you could even look at someone, they'd be like, whoa, that's. I feel like they have more of a longer list of things that constitute as cheating.
Yeah.
Wait, for women.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so, because like look at Casa Amor, for example, right?
The double
It's like
standard.
the double
Mad,
standard.
yeah, it's
and
crazy.
that's not just because they're in Casa Amor. That's
That's
boys in
real.
general.
Yeah.
Wait,
that's real.
are you saying
Yeah.
that boys have a longer list that constitute for cheating, or girls have a longer list?
No,
No,
guys.
guys would be like, if she looks at a guy, if she texts a guy, whereas we're like, okay,
Well, do you know
we're,
what?
we've
I
just.
understand what you mean. I don't know about the list thing, but I do feel like that we're just a bit more forgiving. Like
Yeah.
you might do something, you're like, oh my god, I don't like. I know that wasn't right, but you know, I'm gonna let that one slide. Boys don't let things slide.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like they'll pull you up on it. Do you know what I mean? And it becomes a whole thing.
Like,
you know?
imagine
You
how Jax
disrespected
would
him.
react if Paige had kissed someone else. He
Yeah.
would lose his mind.
Yeah.
And like one thing I really didn't like as well, that was a red flag to me, was when
him
he
crying.
was like, not him crying, but
That was
when
so
he was
manipulative.
talking to Molly and he was getting on really well with her and flirting with her. And then he spoke to Cheyenne, who was a bit more quiet and reserved. Molly's like more outgoing, funny, kind of very similar to him, because Jack is like a Jax the lad, you know, boy's boy. But then like with Molly, she's similar. And then he was talking to Cheyenne, who's a little bit more reserved. He was like, you know what, Cheyenne, I like you more. The reason being, you're more reserved, and Molly's too like me. She's too like outgoing.
Yeah.
And I feel like it implies that he likes to have an element of control
Yeah.
over someone, and that was like red flags, like for me.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's
Scary.
true. Because even remember when he made the point of he's saying to Paige before Casa, he was like, "Oh, I feel like I know you've been cheated on." Remember
He
when
did.
Yeah.
He knows.
That
He
was
knows.
very-
He preys on vulnerable girls.
Vulnerable
Yeah.
girls.
And
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that is so true, because what actually annoyed me as well was that when he cried and he was crying or whatever, tears were coming out his
Crocodile
eyes,
tears.
and it's like you're crying, you're trying to manipulate the situation. You know that you yourself even said it, that this guy has been cheated on. So you are going around acting like this. Do you think it's not a huge ding 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 ding? Like, do you think she's gonna just sit there? Honestly,
She should
cry.
get out.
If she
should
goes
run.
back to
Get
him,
out.
oh my gosh, then it's her own.
She's gonna go back to
It's
him.
her
Yes,
own.
Jenny does like him. and
She
you
does
can
really
see
like
that.
him.
No,
She's gonna run back to him.
it's the
Same thing with
charm,
India.
and she needs to come off it.
Same
Yeah.
thing with India. India's gonna go back to Dami.
I hope she's not. I feel like she's a little bit stronger. Than
No,
that.
I think she's a little bit stronger than that. So the conversation they had yesterday, she was just looking at him like,
She
boy,
should-
oh boy.
She's true.
No, she really was.
I
No,
know
she
no.
was.
No, I know she was. I
was
know
like-
she was, but I wouldn't be surprised she goes back to him.
Dami is
But
a
he
charmer
needs to
be
do a
fair.
little bit grafting. Like if she went back to him and it's like there was no effort whatsoever. It was just like, do you hear when Davido was like, "That's an upgrade"? I almost had to slap. Do you hear when he said that about comparing
but can I just
Summer
say something?
and
I think I heard somebody
India?
say, I feel like his humor, sometimes the way he says things,
His
I don't
sarcasm
know.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I feel like it doesn't make sense to us, maybe. Do you know? But because I don't know, when he said that, I don't think he meant it as like, oh,
Serious.
she's better. I don't know. I don't know. Cause
I think he did.
do you think so?
Because he literally
There's
said,
a lot of things. I know,
Davide
but
is very blunt.
Yeah, he's very blunt, and there's a lot of things that he says. I feel like people pick it up the wrong way, even when he.
But how
talks,
can you pick up?
How can you
pick-
interpret upgrade? Upgrade
It's
is something that you
upgrade.
have.
Yeah,
better
well,
now. Yeah.
yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think he genuinely meant it. It's an upgrade. No, I think he genuinely meant it, and I mean that's fair. But I just feel like he shouldn't say it in that, because in his mind he obviously thinks Summer is better looking than India. That's his own opinion. But you don't say that on. I just think he's lost train of thought and be like, yeah, upgrade.
He
That's what he
forgot
says
about the
boys-
cameras
He
then.
forgot about the cameras.
He literally forgot about the cameras.
The cameras, dead it.
Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something. I don't think sorry, unpopular opinion, but I don't think Summer is probably Dami's type.
No, she's not.
Hell no.
I
She's just
actually-
it for a fun
I
time.
actually don't think that
What
Summer is
is
Dami's
his
type.
type?
And the same way, one of the things that India actually said.
You know his friends.
No, because India said something like, "Oh, it's just good to hear the Southeast London whatever accent. Like, English guys carry certain swag,
Hey, good.
and yeah,
They do actually, to be fair.
So
You're
I
right.
I think for her, and the way I can see how Summer is. I know we went back from cheating to Love Island. Love Island is still good.
It
But
actually is.
the way Summer is going, the way Summer is how the vibe she gives me, that like London girl. Yeah, I don't
Stush.
know. I think she also used a lot of the Casa More girls and Casa guys, a lot of people to just get into it. Remember, at the end of this is sponsorship. You're on TV. You have
True.
minutes of fame. Your 10K added followers on Instagram and Twitter. Like, what else? You get paid somehow. You'd be so surprised.
You get paid for being on the show
You get
anyway.
paid for being on the show.
Really?
I think that's why, like, when people leave, they get really annoyed because it's like,
I
that's
know,
money.
they're crying. It's like, my money.
Where's the paycheck gonna
Oh
come
my
from?
gosh, did they get paid?
Yeah, they get paid. You're working. You get paid.
Eh,
You just
whoa.
sit there for 2 months and not get nothing.
Yeah.
You have to get paid.
Wow. Guys, let's go now.
Definitely.
I'm dead.
Don't worry, I'll be rooting for you.
Yeah.
There at all.
Introducing the new bombshell.
I just hope I don't
Fiyed.
gonna crack my ankle while walking.
You'll be like this.
You know the way they all have their opening.
Oh my god, what would be your opening speech?
I'm a firecracker. I'm a firecracker.
All the boys can't resist me at work.
I'm so sexy.
I
I'm a
kissed 20
bombshell.
boys in one night.
Hardly.
What was India?
I
India
probably
was like
come in like one of those.
She said what she said.
Ooh, that she's a
Obviously,
man.
obviously they tell you what to say, because obviously you would never say this.
But they make you have to say something.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like they kind of help the bad. They're like, no, say this.
Oh my gosh,
or
what did
say
I say?
that.
What did
I'll
that
just be like, I'm a
Samuel
black
guy
horse.
said that
You
people
just
are
kinda
eating him on
flex
Twitter? I think he says, I can't remember. It was so funny. You know, Samuel.
The one that didn't flirt with anyone.
He said like his opening thing was so bold, and people were actually they were eating. I can't remember.
No, but you know what it is? Like after that opening thing, and people were comparing his picture and then what he puts on Instagram.
Oh no, his Instagram pictures. Oh my.
No, his
gosh.
Instagram pictures, he's a model by Instagram standards. But from anyways.
No, but no, I think I have to show you guys that. But he says something like such a very bold statement. Like, yeah, something like, oh, I don't know what it is, but obviously, you know, when you say your statement and then when you enter the villa, it doesn't. Same thing with Danica. She's like, yeah, like.
No,
Sorry,
but
but
Danica
how
is.
did How did Danica go to Casa More to graft?
She's
She
still grafted.
She's still grafted.
She's still grafting. Poor girl.
Give her a break, man.
But I don't know what. Maybe
I think
She flirts like she's interviewing the person. She's like an interviewer.
Exactly.
She's
That's what it is.
Dang.
Yeah.
She needs
She
to
does
be
it.
softer.
It's too.
I don't
It's
know.
too.
She needs to
She's
be
a
a
pretty
bit
girl.
She is.
so
Gorgeous
brave.
eyes, small petite.
It's as if she's the headmaster of her school when she's talking, like addressing her so like she just needs
I'm
to
just so
like.
happy that guy actually went in to kiss her because I feel like she wouldn't have.
I don't think he likes her.
Yeah, no, I know, but like,
How can he be saying that? Oh, are you gonna ask me to share? You should be asking her, can I share your bed?
I would have got.
And even when she's talking to him, she's like, "Yeah, I think you're good looking. Like, I actually do fancy you." Even before the guy the guy didn't even say he fancies you, and you're saying you fancy him. Like, oh my
Sis
god,
has been so
she's
sad.
actually she's really disgracing us women. Like, I don't understand. Danica, she needs such a lovely. She just needs to get off that show. It's not working for her. There's no one. I think she really came with this persona. Like, yeah, like I'm a bad bee. I'm here to take your man. It didn't work out for you. It really didn't. It really didn't. I think she's just too. I think for some people, overconfidence is the killer for them. Like they don't want you to be too. Like it's too confident. You're becoming a bit arrogant. I know she's very
I don't
strong.
think she's coming across arrogant, but she is very, very confident, and she has such a strong.
She came off arrogant on the first few days she came into the villa, though.
Yeah,
like a bit,
yeah,
like,
no, that's
yeah,
maybe, but I think that was nerves. She was just trying to put up a front, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, she just needs to take it down a notch because I feel like, I don't know, she's a bit too much in your face. I feel like the guys sometimes feel a bit intimidated.
Do you know what I hope to happen? Yeah, to just stir up the plot. I hope that is this. What's the name of the guy Janika's? Is it Jay? What's his name?
Yeah, that she's it now.
The mixed race guy.
Josh.
What's his name? Josh. Could you imagine if Josh and Summer?
That's
what we love to see.
that's the kind of. I feel
That's
like
what we
that,
love
that,
to
that,
see.
like that.
They seem like it'll be a good couple.
Anyways, let's move along from Love Island.
We stand. Don't think we have about 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
We just
Quickly traveling.
traveling anyone?
Okay, so guys, is there any other trips that you have planned for the rest of the year?
So I'll be your first. Yes. Okay. So in September.
Go on.
In September, I'm going to Sweden. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Love that.
Stockholm. Yeah, I'm so excited. And then we have our own.
Well, me and Posey were chatting the other day. Well, obviously you guys go.
We don't want them to come.
No, stop.
I'm
Because
joking.
I said I wanted to go to Switzerland because my friend Michelle, hey Michelle, if you're watching. So I really want to go skiing, and she lives in Switzerland, and she went.
I want a
skiing
skiing
last year, and I was
holiday.
like, oh my god, that looks so cool. So yeah, and she said she really wants to go on 3 holidays this year. So I said you're more than welcome to come. So girls, it's an open invitation if you want. You guys want to join us.
Yeah, I'm
To
going
go
to
where?
Greece. I'm going somewhere
Switzerland.
hot.
Wow. Sure, Michelle lives in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to her?
Yeah, I have. We were texting on Snapchat. So I was like, oh, I'd love to go because she went skiing. I told you this. She went skiing. I was like, oh my god, I'd love to go. So if there's any other trip, it'd be.
No,
skiing
I
in
have a
Switzerland.
really nice holiday booked for free, so I'm gonna enjoy that. I need to go on a hot
Where?
holiday. How? Yeah. We're going.
Is this
so
a
the-
big?
Huh?
The big.
So we're going to There's like 3 peninsulas. Like so, basically on the side of like Greece or whatever, there's like literally 3 branches of the the country that it goes like into 3. So it's called a peninsula. Yeah. So we're going to the first one, and it's just off Ahakadi. But it's really cute.
What about you, GB? What about you?
What's London?
Oh.
The poor thing, just like, because there's a huge age gap between him and like the next one up to 6 years, and we're all like adults, so he kind of just gets forgotten about. We don't go on like family holidays anymore, so I was like, you know what,
He gets forgotten about.
he does. So I was like, you know what, I'll take him on a little holiday, and that'll be his summer holiday, because I don't think my mom is like planning a family holiday, and it's so hard to get all, like I have 4 brothers, so it's so hard to get all the
And
boys
now that
together.
everyone is like in college or working.
Yeah, they're all like just doing their own thing, and nobody wants
it.
it. So I was like, you know what, we'll just go on a little brother sister holiday. So I'm
That's
taking him
so
to London, and he's
cute.
gonna
That's
meet
so
his
cute.
cousin for the first time as well.
Aww.
She lives over there, so we're gonna
That's
stay
cute.
with her. So I'm really looking forward to it. And we
Yeah,
get
we still need to.
Yeah.
We still need to plan our own girls' holiday next year. I think we should do it. We should do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thailand,
absolutely.
Bali, one of them. An Asian.
Somewhere
one.
like nice.
So we can go and get dengue fever. Thailand.
Which one is
Dinky. What's
Honey
Dinky?
Dingy
Fever?
figure?
Oh God, TMB clinic will tell you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'll
we
give
should
we'll
pick
get
another
we'll get
holiday
the vaccines.
destination.
Yeah.
Obviously, not too expensive.
No, but Asia is
nice.
really
Where would
cheap.
you like to go? Would you
Why you
want
wanna
to
go
go
to
in
Asia?
Asia or
Yes.
I thought we were gonna go somewhere in Africa.
Yeah,
not the
guys,
plan.
we should go
Was
to
that-
Ghana.
I was saying I wanted to go
I think
Ghana
we
since.
should.
We
I think we
should go
should.
to
I
Ghana.
think we should go
Oh,
to Africa.
guys.
I'm so
That'd
sorry.
be so
Like
Guys,
we're
you would
naming all
love
these
it.
other countries.
No, I think we should go to Ghana. I think that would be a lit
Guys,
holiday.
let's
Go
go December.
Ghana and then no, not
Relax.
December. December
I'm
is
still
fine.
trying to
You're
stay
like-
from.
I'm still trying to recover my funds from we're still recovering.
I am still
mentally,
recovering.
Mentally.
and
financially.
from
Oh my
Dubai.
God.
My gosh.
Oh
Yes,
my
I think we should
God.
go Ghana.
Yeah.
Ghana would be nice.
Guys, Ghana would be actually the it even makes me
Yeah.
excited just talking about it.
It'd be really good.
Especially with
I
the
think
girls.
We should
Ghana-
definitely start planning
Oh
in
no, we
like
have to
November.
start this year for sure.
100%.
When would you like to go? This
November.
summer or
May.
it'd be hot.
No,
though.
please.
No, summer is hot. That's why Hamatan is like for both Nigeria.
No, it's the winter that is hot. Summer is not.
Okay.
What?
So
Yeah.
But I've been
Yeah.
there during the
In
summer.
the
and it's
December,
yeah, December is
it's
hot.
worse.
But when you go in May and stuff like that, it's Hamatan, so it's
It's
raining
cool.
season. So it's like you get
hot.
breeze.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, why not make it? It's a year again.
Yeah, absolutely.
One every May.
definitely. Ghana,
Yeah.
Ghana girl.
Ghana girl.
Good.
Ghana
Or we
girl.
could even go to
Yeah.
like Florida or like America or something like
That
that.
has to be
I'm
an next
down. Wherever we
destination.
go.
Yes, for sure. My sister went to Miami, and I was like, you know, I've never actually thought of going to America for
Yeah.
like a holiday.
I feel like that would be
But,
lit.
yeah.
Las Vegas.
I feel like
No,
if
no,
we
no,
go,
not
if we
Las
go,
Vegas.
wait, no,
That's
no,
so
no.
overrated.
I feel like if we go
I don't
somewhere,
want
it
to
should be
be
somewhere that,
Las Vegas.
guys, I feel
Las
like if we
Vegas.
go somewhere, it should be
Las
somewhere
Vegas.
that we like get a good culture shock. You know,
So where?
like that Ghana or like somewhere that's completely different to Ireland.
Different.
Yeah.
Like
Let's go
I feel
Kenya.
like Florida would have crocodiles and you know, yeah.
Oh, South
South
Africa.
Africa.
I'd love to go.
Oh my gosh.
I'd love
yes.
to go to South Africa.
I think
But some of these countries, I can't. I'm
no,
sorry.
no,
you need to go
what
with
I'm
a
gonna do? What I'm
native,
gonna do is that I'm
somebody
gonna
that's
put
actually
all these. I'm gonna put all these destinations in a hat. I'm gonna pick one, and that's
Yeah,
what we
I
pick.
agree.
That's what
Yeah,
we're going.
that would be
Go
cool.
to Ivory Coast.
Oh, Mauritius.
Mauritius is
Guys,
lovely.
no, do you know
As well.
one of somebody I knew went to Jamaica,
Hey!
Barbados.
Look at it. You want to go everywhere.
No, that would be amazing.
Guys,
That would be amazing.
Cuba.
Barbados,
I would love to go
Cuba.
somewhere in South America.
Yeah.
Yeah,
love
Trinidad
that.
and that would be
I was saying even Mexico.
It'll be lovely.
everybody's going lads. Hey, God.
That's why I said we're gonna put all the country destinations in a hat, and we're just gonna pick
2 seconds.
whatever.
Okay, everybody
Yeah.
should write their top 3 and then we'll put it all in a
Yeah,
hat
we'll put it
and
in a
then-
hat, and then we pick.
That's such a good idea. I would love that.
Yeah, I think we definitely should do that. So we'll do that in like November time, and then we'll start planning.
Huh?
Let's do our intro.
Okay.
And then
Let's cut the
we'll
camera.
do our, we'll do our intro, and then we'll just kind of end it off something. I don't know. We'll go back.
Wins of the week.
Anyways, to end it off.
Win of the week.
Wins of the week.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
I feel
Okay.
like you've got a really good win, Fian. You should start off. I wasn't talking to you.
Ah. Oh yeah, I got a new job. Thank God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's just good to be. You know what? Having a job that you actually kind of like, and you just
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
it's just good for your mental health. I personally believe. I was on, like I was saying,
You were in the
I was on the,
trenches, girl.
I was in the trenches. I was in the ghetto. I was on a string. I was cycling on a string, like in the middle of nowhere. Like I was really hanging. So we thank God for that. But that's a win. So yeah.
What about you, GB?
I started working part-time this week, so
Congratulations! I know you've been talking about it for so long.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
yeah, I finally started. So I used to work 39 hours a week. Now I work
Wow.
24 hours a week. So
Wow.
Oh, that's a massive call.
yeah,
How
but
did
I'm
you feel?
Fair play.
so much freer.
Oh god.
Yeah.
bless
Just
you.
so much freer. So I feel like it's
Yeah.
just gonna help so much with the burnout I've been feeling at work, and just like help me to I focus more on my business as well.
Yeah.
And just phase out like stress of work. So I'm really, really excited and
That's
happy.
so
I'm actually so happy for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Every day, work nights.
Oh my
nights. You
God.
Like, I'm at work.
I know.
Could never be me,
Yeah.
but you know.
What about you, Stacey?
Yeah. One of the week. Do you know what? I was driving to work every day.
Great.
So
I'm a driver.
I'm a driver.
You're
Yeah,
driving
like
tonight, right?
I'm good.
Designated driver.
No, do you know what? Yeah, like my driving is getting better. Like, definitely improvements. Like I've only been driving for about 2 months, but yeah, just practicing more and more, and I think I'll get there. But yeah, that was literally my win of the week. I was like, yeah, I'm a driver. Yeah. What about you, Naomi?
Me, gosh, what have I been doing? Working back like crazy. That one. Do you know what? My car was in the garage for the past, I think, 3 days. And because I live in the middle of nowhere, to try and get to work, it was so hard because I had to get taxis. Sometimes I get a lift. But I got a courtesy car. And I honestly feel like it's the biggest relief because it's just so hard to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Even to your grocery shopping.
Yeah.
So if anything, that is my win of the week.
Hey.
Yeah.
So that's it, isn't it?
That's it, isn't
Join
it?
us for another episode.
Don't forget to like, comment,
subscribe.
and subscribe.
This episode was brought to you by Spotify.
Press the bell up here.
I did.
Press the bell. But yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.